The reason why I'm looking back and forth at the bigger time frame because price can potentially bounce off and reverse. We are in a buy type of area in the market, I feel. So what I'm gonna do once it breaks this low and then it's a fair value gap, I'm gonna adjust my stop loss to break even. Especially right now in these markets, these market conditions, you want to be extra cautious. I feel like it's going to turn around. See all these rejections at the bottom? That can very well reverse. So I'm just going to secure, put mines at break even and wait until the 7 o'clock candle closes. Um, if we get out, it's no problem. No problem at all. We'll just wait, be patient, and allow price to pull back up. So, so I was looking at the wrong thing on crude oil. This was perfect setup right there. So hopefully price comes back to our area and we'll try to hop back in. But I end up getting out too early. So let's see right now. So when I was looking at MCL, it was reading different from crude oil exactly. So that's the reason why I hopped back in. I had got out a little way too early, but yeah, so we'll see. Price just retraced. Like I said, in these market conditions, to be honest, I gotta go to break even immediately just because right now you never know what to expect. Price can down here just whip back out in the opposite direction. So with that, I have to be on my feet and I have to be able to adjust my strategy accordingly if needed. So this 1 hour candle has been broken. Now, what I'm looking for is price to continue to break and leave a fair value gap, some type of momentum. If it doesn't leave a momentum candle, that's not a good sign. We want to see momentum at that level. Let's see. If it breaks, then more than likely we can at least see a push a few more points to the downside before it reverses on us. So at this time, we have not gotten getting a lot of rejections at this level. So we'll see how price responds. Another retracement. So understanding that prices keep getting rejected at this level, we're not gonna fight it. If it wants to go down, we'll let it go down, with or without us in the trade. But we'll see how it reacts and give it some time to set up more. What I'm looking for now, I'm not hopping back into this trade. I'm either looking for one or two things to happen. I'm looking for a strong break of structure right here at this. I'm looking for a strong break of structure at this 61.55 area, or I'm looking for a displacement candle like we're about to be getting in a few minutes. I'm looking for a displacement market structure to let me know that it's okay to buy now. Buy and take back up to these highs here. So one thing I'm waiting for, like I said, is the displacement in the market, which may take us a few minutes. Um, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pause the recording and give it some time to either do one or two things: make a displacement and break back above and start pushing back up, or break this low here with momentum. But as far as hopping into a trade, we're not hopping back into a trade again for sales until those two things take place. Because technically, price wants to continue to push up. Now that I'm looking at a run up, this to me is considered a retracement. The only thing I'm waiting for, like I'm saying, is a market displacement. Now, my market displacement could be right here. But I'll have to check the 3 minute to see. So now this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for a momentum push, something that allows us some type of confirmation to be able to enter back into this trade when it's there for sellers, but for buys. And obviously, buys would be back up into these highs, or straight to liquidity. So let's see if we get this 5 minute displacement that I'm looking at. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause the screen because this is gonna be our 5 minute displacement. Once this 5 minute candle closes, I'm looking at this as market structure break. Um, so if you get a if you get a break above there, then I know that buys, we're backing in for buys. Uh, so I'll be back in about a minute and to walk it off. All right, so this is what I'm waiting on. What's this? I'm waiting on price to break above that 5 minute high. Once price breaks above this 5 minute high, you can pretty much say we're in for buys. So we'll see. Now remember, only way we're taking sales is if this level here get broke with momentum. If it doesn't get broke with momentum, we will not be selling. Now that we have our bias, now that we have our market direction, what we're looking for, now we wait. There's no other point to be trying to force a trade. It's now we got our market bias, we got our direction. If it breaks this level, then we hop out down here. If it breaks our 5 minute above level, then we take the bias back up to the top. Is that simple? Now we can just wait, be patient, allow price to do its thing. We already got our market structure, bias, direction flow. Now it's just waiting. So just waiting. We will see. That's why you gotta keep yourself busy while you wait for your setup to take place. Looks like we're finally about to get this break above. So we'll get our market displacement right here. Oof. Let's see. So this is what I'm looking at right here. So I can really get rid of this line at displacement area high because this line here is the daily. So this is a daily structure. Let me show you. This is a daily structure. So once price breaks above that daily structure, it's considered a displacement. Not just because of that, but it's also because of this 5 minute high as well. So all I'm waiting for is this momentum to break above and leave me a fair value gap. That's it. As far as me trying to sell this, I won't sell this unless it breaks this low down here. Anything within this section is pretty much, you could say, a range, consolidation. You don't know where it's going to go. So the best option would be, if you're not already in this trade up here, the best option would be to wait for price to break this low.